All right, Shalom. All right, we're back. All right, but we were in all right, we were in Acts. All right, 5 and 36. All right, we're gonna just like repeat that and read some, maybe one or two more or precepts or and then all right, Acts 5 and 36. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. Or once like once the leader, or or it's kind of like it's some pussy shit for real, or once the head guy, the toughest guy, or now everyone following him doesn't have a purpose anymore. He doesn't have a purpose in life. No type of you know no type of concrete, or maybe they were bound by some sort of like ideology. All right, but that fizzles out, or it fizzles out. The very second they take that head guy out. Or like, or but if it's of the Lord, that shit doesn't happen. Right, so verse 37. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Or and we see this repeating. Or we had Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, all right, Huey Newton, all right, Nat Turner, uh, shit, what's his name, Toussaint Louverture, and look at Haiti now, all right, we had just like many examples, all right, but or, the thing is, if it's not of the Lord, or it's not going to as far as this truth, as far first it started out or just people, certain groups of people knowing that they were the Israelites, and then it started to expand like the living water that it is. All right, or just receiving new revelations, but still having that foundation of what needs to be done, or doing the works, going out on the highways and byways, preaching the kingdom of heaven, or just knowing it's as simple as that. When it all comes down, or just prophesying, preaching the kingdom of heaven. Like I was saying, I believe yesterday, preaching, right, the destruction, of Babylon the Great. All right, or just having that foundation and not deviating from it. Which happens, when you have these carnal, so-called, movements, like what was it, Tommy Lee Jones? Like he was like the bad guy in Under Siege. I believe the apostles were bringing out what he was saying. A movement stops, or but this is this is a revolution, or it keeps on going, or keeps on going, with the type of momentum, or that it needs to go. All right, all right, but so I'm gonna just let the volume of the book like do some more talking though. All right, so Acts 5 and 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. It'll be more than likely, and I was talking about, and Esau doesn't like, like it when our people, just like you know, rise up, get together, or, in something productive, or, something that's actually like geared towards, or, what we, through the Spirit, that we're, striving for, or, salvation, freedom, independence, liberty, righteousness, or or you know, either either like meeting or exceeding, or like their for lack of a better term, accomplishments. So I don't want to say accomplishments because or it's mostly through theft, and the sword. Or, that's how they live off the fat of the land. So it's not really all right, but you know, but they don't want us, on that higher level or more. All right, so from time to time, they try to do something about it. All right, and when they do something about it, and if it's not of the Lord, then they do succeed. Or and even if it's not of the Lord, or it's just gonna fizzle out, by itself, just due to the curses that the Heavenly Father, or set up. But just like some way somehow, all right, the Heavenly Father, is gonna intervene, right? Because this or this so-called white man's one of his utensils, anyway. All right, Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, so just a little bit of edification on that. All right, but and then in order for you to escape that sword, all right, you need to send up prayers. Have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You can't do it by yourself. Can't believe what was it? Was it Ice Cube? Standing at the window like Malcolm, and he was talking about the picture of him, posted up, with a rifle and things like that. All right, or you need to be posted up, with this word, and with this faith. Isaiah 33 and 6. All right. All right. Let's get a few examples from right, Deuteronomy. All right, so 28 and 16. All right, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Or your resources, which are you can't really call them like resources. Shit. Or like damn near half the time, or all those resources, and things, a lot of people have to rely on Esau to get those things. Or whether I'm talking about these food stamps, all right, these I'm gonna call it like a trump box. That the one that one Eve that got or like all the food and supplies, and all that, was complaining about it. All right, but you know, basically we have to rely, on like we just can't do it how we were meant to do it until these curses are lifted. All right, so the only thing that's going to get us out of this is all right, this if it's of the Lord. All right, let's get off 48. All right, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right. Or, and basically, this Deuteronomy chapter 28, that's, the basics, All right, but, that's just some, insight, as far as, the type, all right, the type of predicament, that we're in. A lot of people, and I've, gotten into, or, very, heated, or discussions, with certain, people, in the world, or, and, as far as, like Deuteronomy, or, chapter 28, if they can't, accept that, we can't, or, we can't, we can't, move forward. or with with that individual, or all right, because they can't accept if they do believe in the Lord, what His will really is, or that in order to be they can't accept the nature of this predicament. They can't accept, all right, that there is a predicament in many cases because they're drunk on another philosophy. All right, those are some of the things that come into play. All right, all right, but what did Gamaliel through all right through the Spirit say? All right, we're going to go back to 38 and then finish this off. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High. All right, so or that's the only way or this or this truth is your or your bulletproof vest, shall we say? All right, this protective hedge, or if you're of the elect, or all right, but the only people that are going to make it are the ones who are sealed, or who hey, I have this of course whatever degree of understanding is bestowed upon them, but like I said, Deuteronomy 28, those are the basics and all that, but or that's one of the like foundations, not only of sound doctrine, but the proper understanding, and discernment, or as far as what is of the world and what is of the spirit, or and as far as or the problem, right, the nature of the problem, right, and the solution. All right. All right. So it's lucky. All right. So I'm just gonna repeat it. All right. Acts 5:39. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High. All right. And all right, the Heavenly Father, as far as these Edomites and heathens, like he's basically making them fight against him, for entertainment. And not only but more, on a serious note, for the sake of prophecy, for the sake of His will, for the sake of our just to manifest unto us, just the gravity, of His or his, he wants to do His thing basically, or before we partake in all the good things that He has prepared for us. All right, all right, but just like basically, or as far as people want to talk, and this is part of the tribulation that you're going to go through, in general, or or because with this truth, comes it comes with shit that you don't want to deal with, or how you deal with confrontations, or, maybe you hate your job, maybe you can't get one, maybe you lost one, or basically and I was when I was like peeping like the group text, in our camp and all that, or they were saying, you got to walk like season. I forget which brother said it, but he was like, you got to walk season, or as far as taking the L as far as your ego. That's one of the things that fucking sucks the most about that. I gotta, I know a lot of you agree, but that's the thing that fucking sucks the most, because a lot of us, you get, this, it gives you like the spirit of assertiveness, as well. All right, but we have to a lot of things, we got to take the low, and endure. Or but with that, I just want to say shalom.